So we're going to cover the guard positions. Remember, this is very crucial for you to have as you're coming up the ranks, because from here we're going to do all our what? Submissions or controls, to understand that from the guard. Because someone's going to initially get the guard, you're going to need to know how to get them off so that you either get into the mount or side control. Okay?
Sure.
So the first stage is defined as what? That's why I'm doing close guard. He's in close. And by understanding stage one, it gives me a tool if I should be in the guard, not to just be open so that he can pass, automatically pass. It gives me tools to keep him in. Now again, from stage one, this is where I'm going to do all my submissions, right? So if he's in here, if he tries to set up, anything that he does, whether it's a Kimura, okay, whether he stands up, he pushes up, and it's for me to do a double ankle sweep, I'm going to need all these skill sets eventually. But right now, I'm just learning that this is where I'm going to start from. So I want to try to control him as high as I can, because the more I'm down here, the easier he can start to break guard, right? So I want to make sure that what? My feet are high and crossed, and look how I'm squeezing my thighs in. And that's putting a little pressure, it's restricting his breathing. I want to take this hand here, I want to cup it around the head. This is not acceptable like this. Why? Because he can just take the elbow and push it off, right? If my elbow's in and he tries to push, he can't lift that elbow. So if I was doing it on this side so you can see it with the camera, look. So a lot of beginners, what they do is they just kind of hold their hand here. You're going to lose this, and all of a sudden he's going to attack you right here. Start punching. So make sure that you keep the elbow in, and the other arm is controlling this elbow here. Whether I overhook it like this so he can't pull it out, or I'm just holding in here like this. This defines your stage one. Okay, so what is stage two then, Blake? What happens when so punch me from stage one. See, I'm protected here, he can't hit. So, let me switch this. If I'm here in stage one, what's going to define stage two? Blake, when he starts punching into my rib cage, right?
Yes, sir.
So I can't take too much of this. So what happens is, as he throws that punch, I have to be able to stop that. I want to put right in where his elbow is. My knee is going to sit there. I'm going to hold behind what? His tricep, anchored in. Pulls on the other side. This now makes it fully stage two. Okay? So now what happens is he tries to get out, pull forward. I want to pull him back into stage one. Right? So you have the ability to be able from any stage to pull him back to one, or he might come into another stage. So this is stage one. He goes to throw a punch. Okay, I control it, comes back. Notice what I'm doing. I'm pushing my knees out. I'm wide. So try to get up. If he tries to get up, I have him trapped. As he's leaning a little bit forward, I want to pull him back in to stage one. Stage three is defined as, Mr. Cooper.
He comes up and I put my knees in his chest, arch my, bring my
He comes up to do what?
to punch.
To punch on his knees,
Yes.
right? So he gets up on his knees, he's starting to throw punch. I want to lift my hips so my butt's off the ground, okay, up high, so I can get extension so he can't punch me. This protects me. If I bring him back in as he's trying to punch me, make sure you cover as he falls back in, and then control him back into stage one. Okay? So you should be able to go from stage one to stage three. Notice as he goes up to stage three and I feel him coming up, I give him a little push. Why is that push important? It gives me a little space, right, to get the knees up. Okay? So watch. As soon as I feel him coming up, I know he's coming up, I give him a little push here. Okay? Bring him back down. Now you should be able to also go from stage one to stage two to stage three. Okay, and all the way back. Okay, so again, know that you can do all those. Now, the next one is stage four, which is defined as Ed.
He stands all the way up with pressure toward you.
Yeah, so I have to feel pressure. So let's say he decides he's going to push and go all the way up. I push out, and I got to keep my feet here, and now put what? Make sure that my hips are down. Okay, if my hips are up, what's wrong with this? He's just going to start climbing and stacking me, right? So I make sure that my hips are down, and I feel forward pressure. He's punching me. He's trying to nail me like that. As long as I do that, that's stage four. If I want to bring him back as he's punching, again, just bring him back in, control, get back to stage one. So again, you have to go from stage one to stage three, right? He may be here, now he goes up to stage four. And then I drop him back, okay? Or he may go right from one to stage two, to stage 3, to stage 4, so down, and then we go to stage 5. Stage 5 is defined as what, Neil?
When you push on his knees and he's away from you, sir.
Is it when I push on his knees, or why do I kick at his knees? Because stage 4 is defined as what? Yes, Mark?
Because there's no pressure on your feet.
I'm not feeling anything, right? There's no leaning forward. I have to be careful. Why? Because now he can pass, or he might give me an Achilles lock really quick, because I don't feel pressure. If I feel forward pressure and he's trying to punch me, now I'm still in stage 4. If I don't feel anything, then I kick at the knee, and then I stay with him, right? If he goes the other way, I use this foot to pull, go back. Here, now let's see, he shoots back into stage 4. What's the last thing we have to learn how to do? So roll over, right? He grabs, he pulls, I put this foot in, and I come back. Grabs that other foot. If he pulls it off like this, I turn and replace. Okay, so let's get back to this angle. Again, so if I'm here in stage 4 and he pulls that leg, okay, place this foot here and replace it, come back to stage 4. As long as I feel forward movement. If I don't feel forward movement, I kick that leg back and I'm right back to here. Turns around, I'm here. He comes in, bang, forward pressure, but now all of a sudden he pulls it off, it moves back, throws it the other way, foot and back. Any questions? No, sir. Okay, let's get partner up.